Yeah, good morning, fellow gamers. It is I once again, Sire the Freaking Wizard, with another Division video. Yeah, this one I decided to give my input and my take on how I thought or how I think is the easiest way to get the six-piece classified gear of Nomad. And just due to my experience in playing this underground, as you can see, this has been the place that I've been able to get the most drops on Nomad classified gear pieces. A couple of pieces came in PvP caches by doing skirmish, and the math came from the dark zone, and that's pretty much it on that. But for the people that say resistance is the best place to get classified gear, uh, you're not necessarily wrong. This to me is the fastest. This run right here took me probably about 15 minutes, and that's because I decided to run around and do stupid things and just pretty much procrastinate. And that's why it took me so long. But usually I can do these runs in no more than 10 minutes. As you can see, the hunters will pop up. This is hard. And I thought, well, maybe if you do it on hard, it's the daily. That's the only time the hunters are going to pop up, seeing that it has uh, one phase and the two modifiers, or however way you would say it. But no, in fact, after I eliminated these people, the hunters popped up. uh I was able to run this today and yesterday, and I was able to pick up like three nomads and one DFC, and that was just out of like six runs. The rest of the time, I was able to get an exotic, which you'll see somewhere in this clip. I'll pick up an exotic just for doing this daily, but you don't necessarily have to do the daily or to do challenging and to do three phases in order to have a chance of getting exotic drops and classified gear pieces. You can basically put it on hard, put on the two modifiers. If you want to put on three, which I think you have to do on challenging, just put on the two modifiers on hard mode and run through it. 10 minutes. So I just say, look at the hunters had already they already came out. It's easy to defeat the hunters. The best way I found to defeat the hunters is either using a turret. Soon as they come, I heal myself. You unable to get the real heal, I think you got to use the med kit. I use the med kit, clear it, drop the turret, let the turret burn them up at the same time. But in this case, I'm using my sentry build, which I had was gonna make a video on, but nobody, I don't think, is really trying to see regular sentry build. Anyway, I got like on this one, I got like 900 and something. Well, nine. I have 9,000 firearms. I can make it higher, but I wanted to be able to survive, so I didn't spec into nothing but firearms. But that's a different story entirely. This is just basically to show you that this is probably one of the fastest routes. And even, I mean, you got a 3% chance in resistance of getting a classified gear piece. Well, right here, it only takes you 10 minutes to run through this whole thing. Look at right here, I was able to get a classified. Unfortunately, it's a Tommy gun. I'm unable to use it. The perks on it were garbage. I actually took me longer because I stopped to look at it, and that's besides the point. This right here, I am telling you, is by far the easiest routes. I mean, you can farm resistance, but I mean, just to be honest and not all clickbaity, a lot of people that run solo in resistance, it's because their gear is specced out in some way, some form or another. They got a good piece, a good gear set, whether it's the regular reclaimer set or something with high damage, or like one guy, he was running the shield, the DFNC gear set. It wasn't the six piece. I'm assuming not, because he didn't mention in his video. But yeah, he used that, and that made it a lot easier to tank damage. And a lot of people don't have time to make it to round 10 and spend hours doing that. So if you're like me, and well, I'm able to play division a lot, but if you're like short on time, which sometimes I am, that's what happens when kids. But what you do is you go to the underground, like I said, you load up on hard mode. You take basically you set it for two modifiers, and I'm guarantee you, out of if you do like 5 or 6 runs, out of them 5 or 6 runs, at least 4 times you're gonna run into hunters. And with the hunters, you got a chance of dropping exotics, you got a chance of dropping gear pieces, and not to mention the end game. When you finish, there's another chance that the boss, when you kill him, he's gonna drop a classified gear piece. I don't know how high the percentage is when it comes to this, but like I said, I was able to do a few runs and I'm able to come up with at least four pieces. The predominantly I was able to get Nomad. Like you'll see in this last video, it didn't drop me a classified Nomad, but it dropped me a Nomad. Uh, for the most part, what I've been able to get in the underground is either, excuse me, the DFC or DNC. Sorry about that. Totally slaying it. Either that gear set with the shield, uh, Sentry once during all the times, but not for the past couple of days when I've been playing this. But I've been able to get the shield classified gear set. I've been able to get final measure, and I've been able to get Nomad, uh, and all with the same problem. Unable to find a mask. Like I said, the last time I found the Nomad mask, it was in the dark zone. So I don't know if you have to go there with a better chance of getting it. But if you don't want to go to the dark zone, and you don't want to step into resistance by yourself, because I've matchmaking in resistance, and even though I was doing good, I had a few teammates that were dying, and then people just start jumping out. Like they really don't care if you complete the mission. We're on wave, barely on wave 8, and people are already jumping out. I don't know if it's because they had to go or because taking too long to lay down the enemies. I know one guy, he was kind of messing up. He wasn't really farming the boss. He kept killing the boss too quick, which was I think twice the boss came out. But yeah, I've been able to run resistance a few times, and you are able to solo it if you have like a pretty good build. But like I said, this is by far the easiest to me. This is not clickbait. Try it yourself. If it doesn't work for you, come back, leave a comment, tell me my video was crap, and and we'll go from there. But like I said, if you're a player, you like to go solo, you want to do something that's not as hard. If you don't feel like challenge yourself, come to the underground. It's still a challenge, but not so much. The enemies are not as hard to kill as you can see. Uh, the best way to go about it, usually I come through here with I run with like one of my, not my best character, but I run with my character that has high electronics. Like I'm talking about his sticky bombs one shot in yellow bars, like any yellow bar. So yeah, that's basically the guy I would use in this situation. I'll come through here and literally will not run no heal, just besides my med kit. I'll put a turret and then a sticky bomb, or a turret and what you call it, the mines. Sorry about that, I'm kind of slaying that, but yeah, the seeker mines and a turret, because the turret builds up damage, or I can just shoot at the target and I'm gonna pick up 30 stacks like really quick and be able to throw a sticky bomb down that's capable of one-shotting a group. Not so much in the dark zone when it comes to actual players, the toughness and everything else that goes into the resilience and especially the nomad build. But yeah, that's besides the point. The best way, like I said, to go about it is uh, not a shock turret, either a flame turret or the turret that pulses the enemy and then it does extra damage when it's hitting them. That's the best way. Hunters, flashbang, uh, but you still have to melt them extremely fast. And if they're too bunched up and you try to flashbang, one might shake it off a lot quicker than the other. So the best bet is just to go with the flame turret. When soon as they pop up, heal yourself, drop the flame turret or the pulse or the turret that gives you pulse damage, as it well, when it hits them, it pulses them for a certain amount of seconds or until it's destroyed. I don't know. I have to look back into that. But yeah, that's the tools I use, and that allows me to solo anything. Which, if you're not that much of a skilled player, then doing the underground on hard is pretty relatively easy. Just keep your distance from the enemies, utilize talents and skill sets that don't allow them to get up on you. Like I said, like this was stupid. But it's hard mode, so it's not that hard to like let them get up on you. They're not gonna one shot you, especially if they're not hunters. Uh, but yeah, always utilize skills that keep the target away from you. It's like using, instead of using an SMG, using an assault rifle, a sniper, because that's going to keep them away from you. Shotgunners run up, you got the flame turrets. But yeah, this is not really a tutorial on how to play this mode, because this is like really, you don't have to be a skilled player in order to beat this part right here. It's just, utilize what you got, grenades, flashbang, whatever. But best bet is to always go with like a flame turret, or like I said, the turret that pulses them every time it hits them, and that's the best way to go about it. And yeah, well, I'm not gonna keep you no longer. Hopefully I got straight to the point. Hopefully this video will help you out. And for those of you, like I said, that are probably gonna try to discredit this video and say that it's weak to go in the underground, tell me, would you rather go into resistance and have a chance of getting wiped as a mob get harder, uh, playing for like over 20 minutes with a slim chance of getting anything besides a crappy exotic or just a regular gear set? Or would you like to run through here with something that's going to take you less than 10 minutes to see whether or not you came up on something good or not? Which most likely you will come up on something good, and even if it's not the classified on the first run, you're still going to get something good, and you still got probably about the same chance as you have doing resistance, and it's a lot faster. Like I said, 10 minutes, sometimes 9, sometimes 8, depending on how the mode is, whether you're going up against the cleaners, the shotgunners, the LMB. Like these guys are easy besides the shotgunners. Best thing, take out the grenadiers first and take out the snipers. Shotgunners, if they run up, back up, grenade them, done. And if they happen to run past that, then like I said, you can always use a flashbang, or you can always use a flame turret, and that will suppress them long enough for you to do enough damage to drop them. And just stay away from the boss, even though they don't hit hard. Hunters, like I said, this is not a tutorial, but yeah, for those of you that don't know, best way to deal with hunters, like I said, EMP, flashbang, uh, anything that's gonna keep them bleeding. I also like to use the sticky bomb, bleed one, and that's because it keeps them from healing. You know what I mean? It's like getting hit with predator's mark. Yeah, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hard mode, two modifications, and that's it. That's all you really need. And the average Joe, the average casual PvEer can do this. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully you enjoy the video. Like I said, my name is Sire the Risen. Uh, you might not have made it this far, but if you did, hit that, show me the love, show me that nerd swag, and slap that in the comment section. If you think I'm wrong, then you can tell me. And everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I'm not trying to discredit nobody video, because everybody has their particular take on this. But as far as I know, this is the fastest place for me to get Nomad, and it's been the fastest place for me to get classified gear sets with basically the same slim chance as any other place. But do what you feel. If you want to do resistance, it is fun. Do resistance. If you want to smash through underground and get your gear as quick as possible, or even if you miss gear and you want to have a better chance of getting more gear, come to the underground. It's easy. You can solo it, queue up. Like I said, set the two phases, and just get it in. And yeah, most likely, as you can see, the last part of this video is just basically showing you all the classified gear that I've had. A lot of it I've broke down because final measures I didn't use. Lone Star, I didn't want to particularly make a build on that. But anyways, like I said, my name is Sar the Risen. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day, and this is my take on how to get Nomad or any gear set the fastest, speed run, less than 10 minutes. You enjoy the rest of your day. Late. Oh yeah, like and subscribe if you like more. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out. Late.